We adjusted our microphones because we are unprofessional as fuck.
This isn't a promo, but I just came back from something and I had the opportunity to get.
Hey, wait a minute. Your shit's not plugged in. Yeah, you're not. There's no unplug it, plug it back in. There it goes. All right, now it's cooking.
Testing.
Yeah, now it's good. See how you can see it on the thing.
Yeah, but it's
Well, tilt the mic.
testing.
All right. Yep, now you're good.
All right, no editing. We're sticking with our no editing.
Fuck yeah. We have a strict no editing policy here at Game Rage Magazine.
Yeah, let me just let's talk about that for a minute.
Okay.
I know this is not related to music or anything,
whatever.
but yeah, that shit about podcasters and like you going on. I said like I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm gonna have to pinch myself. I'll figure out how to punish myself later. I'll do Opus Station. I'll start whipping myself and.
I mean, if you like, I could punish you. I mean,
or we do, Shogun series seppuku and you second me.
I mean, I have samurai swords. We can make that happen.
So anyways, I was coming back from something and this place called Ari's in Montebello on Whittier Boulevard. It's been a minute since I got, so I thought, all right, it's time to have a sandwich. So then I hit good buddy Josh over here and asked him if he was interested in partaking in some fine delicatessen meats.
Oh, and I said, hell yeah, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
And we just literally sat here and ate what is, I would say, the greatest pastrami sandwich in Southern California.
It's not a hit. It's not a home run every time, but when it hits, it hits.
It's like those McDonald's fries. Like it's not good every single time, but man, when it's good, it's like stellar.
And when it was good, I mean, on a consistent basis, I mean, you couldn't beat that. But it's nice because it gives you like, it's nice because it gives you that juxtaposition of there's some bad times, and it's not even, you can't even blame totally the cooks or even. Yeah, you can't blame the cooks or anything because sometimes, dude, you can have all the right ingredients and you cook something and it just doesn't come out the way you want it. There's a lot of things that have to go right in order for food to come out exactly the way you want it.
True. And you know what's actually interesting is that same principle can be applied to what we do here at podcasting is sometimes you have all the right ingredients, but when you cook, sometimes it just doesn't come out that great.
I'll tell you what, last night when we recorded, I know I this was off the record, but I'm going on the record on this podcast.
Here we go.
I think I did some of the worst shit I've ever done. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was burned out or whatever, but I don't know what the fuck I said yesterday.
Hey man, there's some good times and there's some bad times.
Yeah.
As they say. But interestingly enough, if you want to hear other great podcasts, such as just like this, All Gas No Trash, you can go to GameRageMagazine.com and you can hear Anime Syndicate, which is a great podcast all about anime. It's I would say it's one of the best podcasts about anime on the internet.
Yeah.
Just like this is probably the best podcast about music on the internet. I mean, I don't want to toot my horn or anything, but I'm just speaking the truth here. We got the BFN show, Buttfuck Nowhere, which is just about whatever, CUP, Central Intelligence. We have movies and TV, Game Rage Wrestling, Panel to Panels about comics, Team Killing Glitchtards, which is our gaming podcast. Also, Without Censor, which is the tippity tops of interview podcasts. And there's some real fucking hot bangers on there, interview wise, that you guys should go listen to.
More to come.
Absolutely. Much more to come. Big things coming for the Without Censor podcast here in the near future. Also, tune in May 15th, wherever albums are sold. We have the Game Rage record label massive hit artist Millennial Frog dropping not one, not two, but 3 studio albums for your listening pleasure.
I heard from the I heard a few things that these few releases have gone triple copper.
You know, I heard that they're on track to actually hit silver. So, you know, I'm rumor has it. I don't want to confirm anything just yet, but rumor has it that Millennial Frog may actually be making another appearance on his promotional tour to promote these albums here on the All Gas No Trash podcast.
You can't confirm it or deny it, but we're not exactly saying no either. So
that's true. So who knows? I guess you just have to stay tuned to see what happens.
Yeah, true.
So anyways, go to GameRageMagazine.com and check out all of our stuff. That was a plug, unlike when we were talking about the pastrami sandwiches. So now that that's out of the way, let's get down to business.
Fucking A, dude.
Business.
This is... You're listening to this podcast. This is big shit. There's no other way to put it. This is monumental. This is historic. This is the second coming of Christ type of fucking hype.
I would say this is, in terms of newsworthy or headline worthiness, this is akin to the Allies invading Normandy during World War II. It's akin to us dropping bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. This is akin to the assassination of JFK. This is a massive historical event.
Yes.
And luck would have it that good buddy Adam was able to attend the monumental performance by St. Vincent at the Paramount Theater, right? It's theater. Yeah.
The Paramount Ballroom.
Ballroom, yeah. So before we get into the actual event, you did show me a video of you walking around.
Yes.
And you happened to eat shit or almost eat shit. Can you tell me what happened there?
Oh, yeah, sure. Why not? So I got some amazing stories from people while I was waiting in line. So there's one of my favorite things about the Paramount is they own a parking lot that is adjacent to the venue itself. So it's one city block over. It's on Fickett Street, I think it is what it is. And it's just an open lot and there's space for you to park. One of the best things any venue can have is a fucking parking unit that doesn't charge anything.
Yeah, that's a pretty big plus.
And you know what the best part is? They have a parking attendant to make sure none of your shit gets stolen. So I can't say enough good things about the Paramount, and the parking is just one of the perks about going to that venue and the great music there. So come out of the fucking parking lot. I think I arrive around 4 p.m. or something along those lines, because I was telling Lana I'm not taking any chances about being at this show. I have to be there. I'm going to be the first in line, and I don't care what it takes. I arrived there. There's a patio, but it's on the street side. It's on the curb.
Okay.
The curb. It's for the Brooklyn Avenue Pizza Company, which is part of the Paramount Ballroom itself. So I walk over. There's at least 15 people waiting. What I presume to be people waiting for the concert. So then I have already been waiting there an hour and a half, and by that point they told us to fuck off because they don't want people like lounging around. But I assume they want to keep those patio tables and porches and stuff for people to dine and such. So then when I got up, I was like, all right, I'm going to make the most of this moment. This is huge for numerous reasons. So then I started walking around and getting different shots. I probably got, I don't know how many shots I got, but I got multiple shots of the same thing just for the sake of like having them. And so I walked over Cesar Chavez towards this Jack in the Box, and I took the photos of the Paramount from the other side of the street. And then as I was walking back, because of the fact that I was being stupid and not paying attention to the ground or whatever, I fucking kicked the curb, and I'm like
flailing.
Yeah, but I recovered nicely. And I don't know if anybody of the 15 people that were already in line that were
just waiting around if they saw me almost eat shit.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you 100%. Every single one of them saw it, and every single one of them went on their Instagram or Twitters, and they just said, "I just watched some asshole fucking almost kill himself just walking." But I will say, shout out to Android with the image stabilization, because man, it did not look like you had any trouble. You were just walking straight.
Yeah.
It moved a little, but like that was it.
It looks like it was glitching out, or it jerked for a quick second, but it recovered nicely on a video.
Yeah. So it was pretty good. We'll have to put that video up just to let people see it, because it's funny. But anyways, so you get there. What time did the event start?
7:30.
Okay, so you got there at 4 o'clock, a full 3.5 hours early.
Yes, and I thought I was early. So when everybody parted ways, we ended up hiding around the corner at the end of the street, so the security guards wouldn't see us. And there was, I think, 10 or 15 people that were we were just kind of talking amongst ourselves. And one of the people, the first person in line, drove from Riverside. They drove from Riverside, and they had been there since 10 a.m.
God damn. All right, well, let me ask you this. Are those people that didn't buy tickets online and were hoping to maybe just get in at the event, or like did they buy tickets and they're just like, nope, we're gonna wait here to make sure?
There was no tickets.
So there were no tickets at all.
Yeah.
So this was like, okay. So,
it was sold out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So they were just there waiting
for the event itself.
Yeah. Okay. So did you ask the guy why he got there at 10 a.m.?
It was a girl.
Oh, did you ask that lady why she got there at 10 a.m.?
I think she figured that with an artist like St. Vincent, that it wasn't worth taking a chance on. So she figured, because you know sometimes some crazy shit happens. Green Day playing at the Echo, or Blink-182 playing at a Denny's.
Oh, yeah.
That when those things spur up, that you try to get there as quickly as possible, so you can be the first in line, also the first in front of the performance itself. So, hey, dude, 8 hours. I mean, shit, well earned.
Right. Well, was this one of those type of events where it was pop up randomly, or was this a weeks or months even planned out type of event?
I don't actually know if this was, I'm sure it was planned, but the way it was dropped, from what I heard, was that St. Vincent did a guest DJ set at KCRW. Mm-hmm. And I think Novena Carmel, the host of Morning Becomes Eclectic, and I could be wrong because this is just word of mouth. This is what I heard from people, but St. Vincent was doing a DJ set. So she played some music, and at the end, I think Novena Carmel asked, "What are you doing this weekend?" And she says, "Oh, I'm playing a little show at a place called the Paramount." And then I think some point that post or whatever, the announcement for the show probably happened in that moment, or it happened the day after. I don't know, but yeah, it was presented as a sporadic happening, but I'm sure it was something that was in the works for quite some time.
Interesting. So you're there, you're bullshitting around with some of these people who are obviously big St. Vincent fans. They wouldn't be there 4 hours plus early.
Right.
Did you find any interesting things out from any of those people? Any interesting conversations while waiting in line to get in?
Yes. There was one gentleman that I was talking to that he himself was part of a band, and yeah, I found out he was part of a band, and the person that they came with was somebody that I met 4 years ago.
Interesting.
It was the strangest thing. I had no reason to talk to this guy, but I ended up talking to him, and he told me about his friend that was coming, and the person said a name, and it was their artist name, right?
Okay.
So when I heard that, I could only think of so many people that would have that name. I said, "Oh, is her real name
so-and-so?"
So-and-so? And he said, yeah. And then she showed up, and I said, "Hey, did you fucking play at this venue 4 years ago?"
All right. Adam and his Rain Man-esque memory when it comes to music stuff. She probably was. I don't remember ever playing.
No, she did.
Oh, she remembered.
Yeah, because it was one of the last shows at this place because the pandemic. I don't know if that was the reason that place closed down, but I'm 90% sure it is because they didn't have money coming in.
Yeah.
So that place went under, and I remember it was probably sometime before the pandemic that I went to go see her, and I have her autograph, and I recorded her set, and I think she got a flood of memories. She's like, I don't even remember. I remember, but I also don't remember because it's so long ago. But yeah, it was really interesting to encounter that person because that was just fucking. That was complete happenstance or slash synchronicity. As far as the other people, there was this weird dude, and I'm pretty sure he's a record label executive or something because he had that typical 80s sports vest with the the jeans and the shirt and everything. Did
he roll in a 1984 Porsche 911 or some shit like that?
Who the fuck knows? But he was very high on himself, and he made it known that he was his name was Steve Rogers.
Oh, it's Captain America.
Yeah. And he said Captain America stole his name from me, and that was
pretty sure that's a lie.
That was a real interesting character, that person. And I have, just judging by the way he looked, gave off the vibes of somebody that was possibly a record label. And I can't verify it because I don't even know where I would even fucking look for this guy.
You didn't even Google it just to see what you could find?
No. So all I have to go off is of Steve Rogers.
Yeah, Steve Rogers record label, and then see what comes up.
We'll see. I mean, maybe music industry and
see what happens.
Yeah, I'll have to do one of my deep rabbit holing sessions.
Oh yeah, your hacker, the hacker known as 4chan Adam.
The hacker known as 4chan. Yeah. So I couldn't. I'm trying to think of other people that I interacted with, but yeah, I was just real surprised to see how passionate people were about St. Vincent. There was 15 strong, dude. We're talking about the bell curve, the very end of the bell curve, the cream of the crop. Unjustifiably put in position I'd rather not be. I can't do
the cream always rises to the top.
Oh yeah. And then you gotta spin around for no reason. Yeah,
just and spin your hand. Anyway, so now I am ignorant of St. Vincent. I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I haven't even listened to any songs by them.
Yes.
So I have no idea what their draw, what their appeal is, and where they're at on the spectrum of unknown to megastars. So where are they on that spectrum, and what kind of music do they actually play?
Shit, man. I don't know. I don't want to do her an injustice, but to give you the short story, the numbers, I'll give you the numbers.
Let me hear the numbers.
5 million monthly listeners on Instagram.
That's a lot.
750 plus. Let's just say 750 plus followers on. Wait, what did I say? Spotify or Instagram for?
It's Spotify.
Okay, I said Spotify. 750 plus K, or rather 750,000 plus followers on Instagram. So for all intents and purposes, let's just say that she's a megastar. That is as good as it gets when it comes to artists. And for them to do something like
this. Was this the guy that you saw online?
No.
Damn. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
For an artist like her to do a show like this for $20, this is massive, man. I don't know how to frame it in words to illustrate the magnitude, the gravitas of the situation, but this was huge. This was one of the biggest things that has ever happened in music, and the tickets there, at least from what I've heard, is that some of the tickets were given to KCRW, some of the tickets were given to K-Rock. And I don't know about this one. This one doesn't really make sense. But I also heard that tickets were given to KEXP, which I guess maybe is not a stretch because there was no actual physical tickets. It was digitally distributed. So maybe they actually did have tickets, but yeah, just the massive, that's how big it was. It was other radio stations getting involved and having a part in this crazy situation.
So then, even though there were like no tickets essentially or whatever, like you said, was it a packed house?
Oh yeah.
How many people would you say or estimate were there?
Shoot, man. I mean, I would probably say the thing was packed to the brim, or, you know, if the Paramount Ballroom is nearly the size of the Roxy, 400 to 500 people, maybe it was close to 400 to 500 people within the building itself. So
yeah, it's a 400 person capacity. So
just short of 500.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So thing was, I guess, packed. So maybe, I mean, as you would know, I mean, the thing was sold out. So I think for the amount of people that you would speculate to show up, I think that's probably just about right.
Yeah. Okay. So,
and let me bring up one more thing. So as far as you know, kind of adding to the mystique or the resume of St. Vincent, she's worked with artists like David Byrne from the Talking Heads, who's a really big artist, transcendental. You know, a lot of people know who he is. Paul McCartney, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a huge one.
She's worked with fucking everybody, and they had her as a producer, so they obviously trust her creative input. So not only is she a great artist in her own right, but she also has the trust and the trust of their opinion, and also the collaboration to work with somebody like her.
Right. Okay. So also now, just so I'm clear, St. Vincent is she a solo act?
Yeah, solo artist that has a backing band.
Okay, so it's like a consistent, like a band group behind her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or rotating cast, because you can't predict who's gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay, but she is just like a solo artist essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. So you're there. You've been waiting in line for hours. What time did they actually let you go into the building?
7:30 or
right on the dot.
A little after 7:30. There was, you know, two lines that formed. There was the VIP or the guest list stuff, and there was the normies, which was where I was at. But yeah, I went there, and yeah, people were, you know, they're like, "Holy shit, this is happening. This is crazy." And I'm like, I can't argue with that. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is big shit. But yeah, what was the question?
Well, I was just asking what time you actually got into the building, so you answered it. So then once you get into the building, is this like a standing room only type of scenario?
Right. There's no seating or anything like that. And yeah, this was just strictly a standing affair, which probably makes sense because you don't want tables taking up the space and so more people can file in. But something interesting that happened was, as big as the space is, St. Vincent had her own audio setup.
Oh, so she had her own gear, basically.
She brought an entire fucking whole setup strictly for the sound itself. She had her own team. She didn't use anything of the Paramounts, with the exception of the speakers and probably, you know, cables and probably stuff like that. But she brought her her own fucking rig so that she gets the sound exactly like she wants it. And that ended up taking, I would say, I don't know what percentage, but let's say that there was less seats available, or rather less space available for more people to attend the concert. And then she had some other bullshit that was going on towards the stage. So yeah, dude, this was a whole fucking thing. Like, this person wanted this thing to be exactly as they wanted it. So that's the precision. That's the artist saying there will not be any mistakes. This is going to be perfection. When you
see that, when you get in there and you see, oh man, they brought their own stuff, what goes through your head? Is it oh man, this is going to be awesome, as opposed to if you see just, if they have the house shit, right? Do you think that do you think you subconsciously think, oh man, maybe this isn't going to be as good because they don't, because just to me, that tells me, oh man, she gives a shit about her sound. Like it's she wants to sound the way she wants to sound, is not going to leave anything to chance.
Exactly. And that's what I mostly took away from the situation, was that even if this person was top notch at the Paramount, it's not really a slight or a disrespect to the person that's the audio engineer for the thing itself. But it's to say that I can't take any chances. There's no gambles. I'm going to make this thing as good as it can possibly be. And it's got to be my people. And I respect the fuck out of that. Because, let's say you and I, start doing live podcast shows at different places. You almost want to bring your own people, so that, I mean, technically we're not doing music or anything
right.
like that, but we also don't want to take any chances for things to fuck up. So would you rather gamble on people that you don't know their level of expertise or experience, even if they are that fucking good? Does it really matter to you? Because you go with your ride or dies. You go with the people that got you there, or you go with the right crew.
Yeah. And I get what you're saying, and I agree with that. If we were doing something like that, I'd say, nah, fuck it. We need to bring our own stuff, and yeah, we'll just you can plug your shit, your sound system to play it in the arena or wherever into the shit that we bring,
right? Because
then this way you have full control over everything, and there's no risk of something sounding fucked up because their shit. Let's be honest, it's a performance venue, so as they do shit, equipment wears out, things go bad, cables go bad. So you have no control over when those cables are going to get replaced. And hell, that might have been fine yesterday, but then today, you plug in and now it doesn't fucking work right, or it sounds staticky or shitty, and you can just say, no, we're doing it with our shit. So yeah, I respect the shit out of that. So you get in there, and was there because obviously most of these places have drink minimum. So was there a food and or beverage minimum that you had to hit?
No, but I think people were looking to get some libations going to, turn this fucking event up to an 11 and possibly even a 12, maybe even 13.
Nice. Okay.
So no drink minimum.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's nice. That's cool. You pay for your ticket, you get to go. And if you want to fucking drink, it's up to you. Like, you don't got to spend any more than you necessarily don't want to, so that's cool for the venue to do that. When you get in there, as you walk in, I guess the first question I should ask is, have you ever been there before to a performance?
As far as the Paramount venue itself?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I've been numerous times for different things. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head of the things that I've went to, but actually I lie. Last month I went to go see this guy named Mexican Institute of Sound. And everybody, I think possibly that event sold out. If I could remember, there was a bunch of people for that, but that was the last time that I went to something there.
Okay, cool. All right. So when you get in there, are you trying to get yourself into a position to be in a good spot?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As I may have illustrated or not have illustrated, Lana Mack, who is a good buddy of the show, also attended this event.
Oh, okay.
So we were trying to find out where everybody was at. I was trying to, because she came in 7:30, and
wait, so she got there like right as it's starting.
Yeah, because she kept pushing off, fucking going, and I told her I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to be there as soon as I can, and she's saying that, oh yeah, I'll leave as soon as I can or whatever, and as soon as I can was from 6:30 to 7:30. So she arrived as the gates, or rather the door, was opening. But yeah, we were able to meet up and everything. But yes, as you were asking, yes, in my numerous fucking years of experience, and the fact that I've been to so many fucking venues, I don't take any chances, dude. Much like St. Vincent, I kind of pick out where I'm going to be at, because I think this, whatever spot that I'm at, I got to be in the most optimal spot for the sound, where I can point if I'm going to record stuff, where I can point the phone or camera that I have, and I just have to know where I'm going to be. And I texted Lana, preparedness plus opportunity equals success. So to me, that is creating as many, it's eliminating as many intangible things or variables that exist in a situation, and just eliminating them all together so that you can have the best experience for XYZ thing, or the best result for XYZ thing. And yes, to answer your question, that was a very long-winded answer to say that fuck yeah, you're fucking right. I came in with a goddamn plan.
Yeah, no, you have to. If you want to capture an event of this magnitude, then you can't just go in there and just fly by the seat of your pants willy-nilly, because as we've said many times and time again, there's people that watch things happen and there's people that make things happen. And so if you want to make some shit happen,
yes,
you got to have a plan. So cool. So you get in there, you got your spot scoped out, you get into it. What time did the actual performance begin?
I honestly couldn't tell you, because I actually lost track of time as I was standing around. And before the thing had even started, I actually walked over to the booth because they were selling these one-of-a-kind posters done by this guy named Ernesto Llerena, I believe his name is. And he's a well-known artist. He's been doing some really cool stuff with some really interesting artists. And he's been doing stuff in the political realm. He did something with Palestine. I can't remember exactly what it was, but a lot of people wanted that specific print, and I don't think this particular thing was any exception. It's this cool retro 80s style of poster. It's got St. Vincent, and it looks like the top-down view of potentially Boyle Heights, and there's these streets, but it's done in the do you know what those dots are called? For comic books or whatever, the dots when they would put the texture over a face or whatever.
Oh, and it's the way the printing machine prints it, right?
Yeah, so it kind of looked like something similar to that. So there were streets, and then there was the dots, which I guess were the neighborhoods or whatever. And the font, the thing that stood out to me was the font itself. Because if you're familiar with the Paramount itself, back in the 80s, it wasn't called the Paramount at that point. It was called the Vex. And it had this weird jagged font that almost feels applicable to punk music, right? Like a Beavis and Butthead, the font that would be so if you can imagine something like that. So to me, when I saw that, I thought, oh, that's definitely an homage to the Paramount itself back in its previous years, 40, 50 years ago, that it was this thing, and it's somewhat of a nod. I mean, it has the name the Paramount, but it's an homage to when it was the Vex.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought that was rather cool. So I ended up buying a poster because I couldn't help myself. I had to fucking have this thing, and knowing that this was a real special occasion, and I'm not trying to build up hype for the thing, but maybe I am a little bit. I imagine this was a very limited print run for this specific thing, and yeah, this is I think if anybody's a poster collector, this is something that they would want in their own collection. I will say that.
Okay, so this is something that was likely only going to ever be printed here at this event, and that's it. So this is like a one and done
thing. There's never probably.
Did you see it if they ran out?
I actually don't know, but I could check on the poster to see if it's
numbered.
Yeah, because I think I heard somebody say that it has some type of numeration on it.
Oh shit! We'll have to look at that.
Couldn't tell if it actually had a 1 in 500 or 3 in 500 or
whatever the number is. All right, that's pretty cool. So you get in there, the show starts. Now, obviously, St. Vincent as musically, right?
Yes.
So have you seen them before live?
No, not in my entire life.
All right. So what was the differences, or because you know how sometimes when you see people live for the first time, it sounds different, or it's something's a little shittier, or it's, hey man, you're a great recording artist, but you're not that really good at performing live. What was the vibe like there in terms of this?
Oh shit, man. Okay, I will say at some point during the set, I think they were trying to find out, and I know they tested it out in the sound check or whatever, but I felt early in the set that the vocals were lower than kind of the way everything else was mixed. So the drums, I think the guitars were a little bit on the heavy side, but it did clean up rather quickly as the set went on. So I think they got it right. I think somewhere around the second or third song.
Okay.
Because by that point, when you're asking about an artist, a person that's a studio artist and one that's a performing artist, St. Vincent and fucking St. Vincent, the studio artist, versus St. Vincent, the performing artist, man, you couldn't ask for a better perfect. You couldn't. That's a redundancy. Or that I phrased that weird, but let's just say it's 1-to-1. That what you get on the record, as amazing as the records fucking sound, she sounds just as good, if not better, live. So I was floored hearing her shit, which makes you believe that everything that she did to get the sound right with her own people makes sense, because yes, she did sound fucking amazing.
All right. Good to know. So when you were in there, did you have any favorite moments, favorite songs that she played while you were at this venue?
Yeah, so there are a few tracks. I couldn't tell you the songs right now because the album, her album that she released. Wait, today's Saturday, right?
Well, it's Sunday morning now. But yeah, it was Saturday.
Oh, dude, I'm losing track of days. I'm losing track of the days. But so she released her album this week, correct? So I didn't have a good idea of all the songs that were played from the album, but she played a lot of songs from, different parts of her catalog and stuff. But I did really enjoy some of the songs that she played from the new album. But like I said, I couldn't tell you which ones they were because But funny story, in the midst of all this shit happening, St. Vincent was playing a song and people were mosh pitting, and I didn't really know if that was going to end up happening, but it fucking happened. And as people started getting rowdy, St. Vincent comes off the stage and people start holding her up. So she's crowd surfing. So if the stage is this table, right?
Yeah.
So she started off on the right. So if I'm looking at the stage, she started off on my right hand or my right hand side. And she was kind of going out towards the exit area, or like the entrance / exit area. And then she came back and she was coming towards me, and I was holding the poster that I had. So I had my phone up, and then I had my posters. So I was like, oh fuck, this isn't gonna work out. And the people that were helping her crowd surf, so she's coming, I think she was coming feet first, and she fucking hits me in the fucking head. And I was like, holy shit, man. As I got here, when I was telling Josh about what was happening with the show, I was trying to find that specific part because I ended up dropping my phone when she hit me, and I couldn't find the part. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I think I got a fucking concussion, because I thought I imagined it because I thought it wasn't real, but I ended up finding it. But dude, I thought I fucking got, I think at some point, maybe I got a concussion. I'm not sure, dude.
Yeah, I can say that you definitely have a little more CTE than normal. So you definitely should maybe get checked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't confirm. I did see the video. You did get kicked straight in the face. I mean, you can't see you get kicked in the face because you're behind the camera, obviously. But man, you can see your foot come right over. Yeah. It's just fucking crazy. And then you hear like the thud, and then the phone drops. Yeah. And then it's just, and he's like, oh man, what? Oh man, like he's in a daze a little bit.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I have to say it was well worth the injury,
Yeah.
the potential brain damage,
Yeah.
to capture this historic event on footage. On film.
How did you respond to that moment?
Oh well, because the way she was coming at you, it was really weird because. I don't, man. Usually when people crowd surf, I feel like they go head, like you get moved around head first. I feel like normally,
Yeah,
and somehow she got turned around, so she was going, like you said, feet first, and so you're filming, and you're like, the phone is like right at the right height, and you're just like, she's coming vagina first straight at you, man, just coming right at you, and I said, oh shit, I was like, man, she's gonna fucking collide with your face real quick, and then yeah, obviously she kicked you in the face by accident, but. Yeah, it was pretty good. I had a good time watching that.
You know what it looked like? I don't know if you've ever played Marvel vs. Capcom, but Dr. Doom has this move called the foot dive. So it was something like that where I got foot dived. I got St. Vincent foot dived.
You know what would have been really cool is if when she was coming at you, somebody fucking put her on your face and you have her in the powerbomb position and then you just put her straight through a table like that. Or what?
Can you pause it real quick?
Yeah.
We'll announce this, but I'm not going to say what the fucking thing is.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, or it would have been cool if when she gets on top of you, she just hurricane ranas you right into the fucking ground and then gets up and maybe pins you and then goes back on stage.
Yeah.
That'd have been pretty sweet.
I wish I could do my best Jerry Lawler, dude. God damn it. God damn it to hell. St. Vincent. My God.
They've killed him. They've broken Adam straight in half. So, minus the potential concussion that you received.
Yeah.
What would you rate this event if you had to give it a score out of 10?
Man, it was a dime piece, man. It was fucking amazing. I couldn't give it a score. It's probably a 10.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing, dude. It was so fucking cool. I was completely enamored with St. Vincent, blown away, untouchable, unparalleled, amazing, reigning, defending, universal champion. But man, you made a fucking joke. I was trying to set you up for the joke.
Oh, what was the joke?
Because you're saying we should make a shirt that says can you say it? It's serious.
The shirt was, I went to the St. Vincent concert and then got kicked in the wait, what was it? I went to the St. Vincent concert and all I got was I didn't get a shitty shirt. What did I say? Damn, it was too good in the moment. Now I forgot it, man.
Oh my God. Come on, dude.
I don't know,
I was setting you up. God, fuck. All right, you basically said I went to the St. Vincent concert at the Paramount and all I got was a CTE.
Oh yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, all I got was CTE. Yeah, that'd be a good shirt. I think we should make that. I don't think we can. I don't think we can, but
yeah,
whatever. Yeah. Anyways, so you said the show was a banger. It was good. I'm just sad I couldn't go because I had a pre-existing engagement, and this was a
I thought if anybody should go, I thought you definitely should go because we've been cooking on this podcast for close to 10 months at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, actually, I think we started All Gas No Trash.
It was probably a little
somewhere in August, so maybe it's closer to 8 months or something like that.
Yeah,
but you had a prior engagement, which is okay because it's whatever.
Yeah. So
there'll be plenty of moments.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there will be, and that's the one thing that I got to get out. I got to go to more shows because I have not really been to any. So as we've talked about before.
Yeah.
So I missed a historic occasion.
Yeah.
But, I got to see the video and obviously live vicariously through you and your experiences. So that was good. And I got all of the fun, none of the brain damage. So
all the fun, none of the brain. Yeah, true. You got it all in the comfort of your own home.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't have to go anywhere. I could literally sit here in my underwear and watch it happen.
Yeah. So, man, just a really fun experience to get to know the people that were the longtime fans. People that have been following St. Vincent since the beginning, musicians, artists, people going to see St. Vincent just to pick apart all the minute details. Man, audio engineering was on point. Love the way this person played bass. What's that fucking rig? Holy shit. St. Vincent's fucking incredible on stage. How do I adapt to that? Monumental, dude. Historic. Big, amazing, massive. Astounding.
So what do you think this means for St. Vincent as career wise?
Shit, man. I'm trying to think of those really crazy scenarios. Blink 182 playing at a fucking Denny's, which feels somewhat I don't want to say it's disingenuous, but they kind of stole the idea of this local band that played at a Denny's before. I mean, it was groundbreaking to do something like that with a small band doing that. It makes sense, right? So now they're co-opting that strategy or that doing something like that, and it felt weird. Green Day playing at the Echo, really cool to see people that are big fans of them to go see fucking Green Day at a small venue, a club space that is more intimate to, you get to really feel the music and the vibe. When you're sitting top row of the fucking crypto.com arena, you're seeing Green Day, there's like a personal detachment.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like you're watching
television.
You're just watching them on a screen and not even really, you might as well just stay at home and did it.
Yeah. So it feels like a throwback to when an artist, when they're starting out and earning their due, or, they're on their own come up, that it feels like you're going back to the roots of those scenarios, or that's what it felt like. And I think that intimacy just brought another level to it.
So do you think that not only this being a monumental moment for St. Vincent themselves, or herself, I guess, do you think that this is a feather in the cap or will positively affect any other individuals that were involved with this?
Yes. So the rest of this episode is just going to be a José Galván fucking jerk off fest. As you may or may not know, Jose is somebody that I've known for the last 5 years. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I actually cried at the fucking concert and I'm not somebody that cries all that often, if at all. And this was like the one time that I had to get it off for like the one cry that I get a year. Yeah, but I ended up crying in the middle of the set. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I was like that Native American dude with a single tear.
When they threw the can out the window.
Yeah, and I don't remember what part of the set that was, but yeah, I mean, that's somebody, I've been trying to look into more history about José Galván before he was the person that was putting shows together as Cheeto Chevde Cool at the Hi-Hat, or what is now known as the Goldfish. And, much like myself, and he had been in music for a hot minute. He DJ'd at 103.1. I think he worked at K-Rock at some point. He's done a lot of things, and he ended up being a tour manager for a few different people. But those names escape me right now, and I don't want to give out like false information or anything like that. But, when he was beginning his days of booking or putting shows together at the Hi-Hat, I was there nearly from the beginning, probably the third show that he ever put on. It was this woman named Ali J, who I think headlined, an artist named Loyal Lobos, who went second or was the mid card, and another band called El Mañana. And I went out to that event, and then I ended up there again for the Altons, and I forgot what other bands were playing. I think there was a band called Anchor the Mammoth and one other one. But I ended up finding myself there a lot. And eventually I found out who was doing it. It was him, because I just went up to him at some point and just told him how cool his event was, and I just thought it was amazing, and I told him I think I could be helpful to you. So there was some scenarios that contributed to I contributed to the event. I just wanted to be like a volunteer or whatever I could do to post about the event, share videos and stuff like that, and a little bit more. But I watched that dude go from nearly day one and build himself up over the course of 2 years. I mean, because the pandemic happened and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But he had some bangers. He had Eduardo Arenas from Chicano Batman. He had the Marias. He had Los Retros. I mean, he had some heavy hitters, dude. It was incredible. And, you know, of course, the pandemic rolls around. And then at some point, he ends up taking over the talent buying for the Paramount. And I thought, holy fuck, that's fucking huge. Not only is he a great DJ at KCRW, if you don't listen to his program, it's on Mondays from 10 to 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. But yeah, I mean, not only does the guy have great taste in music, but really awesome fucking dude. Always did right by the artist. Great at community building with people that go to the events. I mean, dude, one of the coolest things that ended up happening was as the shows continued to mount in the number of events that happened within the that series, people started becoming regulars, not just the artists, but there was people that were showing up for the event itself. And I thought, this is fucking huge, man. And I felt that way. I felt that there was something happening even from the first day that I went to that thing, and to see him succeed and become this badass fucking talent buyer of the Paramount, putting on great fucking shows. This to me was the summation of all the work as a DJ, anything he's done as a tour manager, building relationships, building the community, paying his dues, everything. This is the summation of all his fucking work, all the effort, all the years of experience to have St. Vincent be the capstone, the pinnacle of his fucking, well, I don't want to say it's the pinnacle because I think he's going to be achieving new heights. But when you talk about somebody being made or having that hallmark moment that people talk about for years to come, in the same way a wrestler or something, when Randy Orton went against Mick Foley and he had that moment where he took the fucking thumbtacks to his back, everybody thinks about that. Jose having St. Vincent at the Paramount it's history, man. It's huge stuff. It's a thing that people are going to talk about for years. I wish I could have gone to that show. If only I had saw this post at the Paramount or at St. Vincent's profile on Instagram. If I would have seen it 5 minutes earlier, I could have been there. And yeah, I think that's how people are going to look at this. And then the people that actually went, man, I can only imagine the things that they're going to say about this particular show.
Yeah. All right. Interesting stuff, right? So you having been I don't know what the word is, a veteran, I guess, of concert going and show attendance. Mm-hmm. Where would you rank this in your all-time, the shows, out of the shows you've seen? Where would you put this?
Man, I don't know where it ends up.
Is it top 5? Is it top 10? Is it?
I don't know. I mean, I would imagine it is, just on the principle of all the things that I've already discussed, what it meant to a lot of different people, what it meant to the venue, what it meant to Jose, what it meant to St. Vincent, what it meant to Southern California history music, what it means to music history in general. I mean, it's fucking huge. And I mean, I don't know where it ends up in the top 5, but it's got to be there. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I don't want to make a unfair assessment or anything like that, but it's just, yeah, dude, I'm flabbergasted. What is the word ineffable? To be without words. That's what it feels like. So I couldn't even fucking tell you, dude. I couldn't tell you, but this to me, as we dubbed this episode, what did we actually call this episode?
St. Vincent at the Paramount / the canonization of Jose Galván.
Yes. And I thought that was a fair shake of a title, being appropriate for saints being canonized.
Yeah.
Jose is now fucking ascending to godhood. I know that's blasphemous, but it is straight blasphemous. I fucking know that's blasphemous, but it's appropriate. This is somebody that is now canonized in the great moments of history. The fucking Robert Horry hitting the 3-pointer against the Sacramento Kings for the game winner in, I think, Game 6 or some shit, and then them going on to win the 2002 or 2001 World Series NBA Finals. Man, I can't even fucking look at Jose the same anymore, dude. I may have looked at him eye to eye in person, but motherfucker is floating above water. He is blasphemous again, but he's fucking Jesus, dude. He's up here, dude. He's in the fucking skies, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So he's up. He's reaching the pinnacle and the heights, and we're just peons and fucking ants to him.
Yeah, it's that fucking Wayne's World shit when they meet Alice Cooper. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. And then you just sticks out
his ring, and you hit to kiss the ring.
Yeah, and I've been shit posting memes when Roman Reigns cut his promo. Well, it wasn't a promo exactly, but it was the media scrum after WrestleMania 1.
Yeah.
And one of the reporters from the presser said, hello, tribal chief, I acknowledge you. That's right. Everybody acknowledge you. Somebody says boo. And then he says, who said that? Leave. And Jose and Roman Reigns are not that much different. They both have a ponytail and they kind of have the same. I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know, man. Sometimes my brain goes a little haywire, a little weird. And I don't know. He saw me post about that. He thought it was pretty fucking funny, but I don't know, man. I really enjoy shit posting.
Hey, and now with this additional brain damage, your unhinged shit posting is probably going to go off the rails even further. So I'm excited for the future to see what shit posting you're going to be putting out.
Yeah, dude. I wonder what part of my brain I fucking damaged. Hopefully it's the one that...
It's not the one related to memes, all right?
Yeah.
Because we need that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that joke, the Raytheon one,
man,
that shit was
a good one, dude.
That shit was funny as fuck, dude.
People did not get it though, man. People are so stupid. I swear to God.
Yeah,
I fucking hate people so much, and it's so ironic because we are essentially in the business of entertaining people.
Yeah,
but fuck, I hate them so much, man.
I don't know, man.
It's terrible.
We'll see. Maybe as you say with the Paul Heyman quotes, good buddy.
True. Good buddy Paul Heyman.
Yeah, good buddy manager Paul Heyman, the wise man, as he says. Well, you know the quote.
I don't make art for people who don't get it. I make art for people that do.
Yeah.
So, that's what it is.
It's not for everybody. It's just for the people that know. If you know, you know.
Yep. If you know, you know. And if you don't, well, you're a fucking idiot. So,
yeah.
Anyways, well, did you have any other additional things to add to the end of this episode?
I do. I just got some intel.
Intelligence gathering.
I can't say what the specifics are, but let's just say some interesting things will be happening in the coming weeks. Hopefully, if I can arrange it, if I can make it, if I can make it happen. Yes, this is, I just can't see this day the same anymore. I know technically today is still, or rather yesterday was May 4th, but this is the christening. This is the canonization of Jose, dude. And I can't see, this day has been erased as Star Wars Day. This is now Jose's fucking day, dude. That's all there is to it. He's fucking king. That's all I got to say. The man earned it. Fucking congratulations, dude. You are the man, dude. There's so much. I ended up fucking writing a letter to him. I handed it to him. I said, I gave him some C's candies because I was like, dude, I don't know what else to give you. I can't exactly give you flowers. It'd be too literal to give somebody their flowers on probably one of the biggest days of their lives besides their kid being born. But I wrote a heartfelt letter. I don't know how good it came out, but that was more or less the essence. I just, I have so much respect for the guy. It's been a real fucking honor to know him because he's such a stand-up dude, and I can't put any more words to illustrate how awesome he is. So this episode was equal parts about the awesomeness of the St. Vincent show and also equally about jerking off Jose Galván and how awesome he is.
It's funny the way you said that of like, oh yes, he's so high. It's like, yes, and I'll never see him again because he's going to be so much bigger than me.
Hey, dude,
he'll never talk to me again.
Hey, dude, what's that saying about when you meet somebody? Sometimes you meet somebody for a season and sometimes you meet somebody for a reason. Yeah. After he ascends, it's I only got to know him for a season or two.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, before we go, is this the guy that you were in line with?
No.
Damn it, man! I'm gonna. Well, this is gonna be where in the world is Steve Rogers? That's gonna be the fucking.
Hey, have you seen that fucking guy that geolocates things? It's GeoGuessr. His name is like lightning bolt something, and he can find out. You drop a pin, or no, he doesn't even get a pin. Somebody gets an image that they sent to him, right? And he can find out where exactly that fucking location is anywhere in the world.
That's insane.
And the guy's so accurate. It's almost disturbing. He's like his own Google search engine.
He's
dude.
like his own CIA.
Yeah, dude. It's really creepy, but it's really cool. But yeah, enough about that. So yeah, from everybody here at fucking Game Rage, dude, we fucking congratulate you. The canonization of José Galván, dude. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely, indeed. And, obviously, if you want to support Jose, you can, buy tickets to the Paramount and go to all the shows that he books.
Yeah. Be supportive of independent venues. You support your local scene, you support your local bands, all that shit. Because Jose he did all that shit. So that, yeah.
And while you're at it supporting that, you should support your local Game Rage magazine, and you should follow us on Instagram and TikTok and all the fucking things. And go listen to all our podcasts at GameRageMagazine.com, available wherever podcasts are sold, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever you listen to, we're on. So, anyways, all right, well, I guess this is the end of the episode. So, anyways, shit. Thanks for listening, and we will, catch you on the next one.
Oh, my God. Lawn is